Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be talking about a bunch of things that I got from Ulta, Sephora, and one item I got from MAC. So if you want to see what I picked up, then just keep watching. Alright, so I'm going to just start with the things that I picked up at Sephora. And I picked up two of the Too Faced melted lipsticks. One is from the Melted Chocolate range, and this one is part of the new Melted Matte Liquid Lipsticks. This one is in the shade Cool Girl. And it is a very pretty, kind of a grayish brownie nude. Here's what the swatch looks like. But so far, I'm really enjoying the formula. It reminds me a lot of the formula of the Kat Von D, where it's kind of a thinner formula and it dries down really quickly and you just can't feel it on your lips. But it doesn't feel super drying like a lot of other ones do. Another Too Faced lipstick that I picked up, this one is in Melted Chocolate Milkshake. This one actually my sister picked up. She meant to get a different shade and she ended up with this one and didn't like the way it looked on her, so I ended up with it. So this one is kind of reminds me of Kinda Sexy by MAC. It's kind of a more reddy orangey nude color. It's right here. And if you're not familiar with the formulas, this one will dry down completely matte. This is the new liquid lipstick formula. The melted lipsticks, they stay more of a satin. They're pretty long wearing, but they're not as long wearing as a liquid lipstick because they don't dry down completely. I also picked up this NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. This one is in the shade Light to Vanilla. I already picked it up once before in the little travel size and really enjoyed it. So I went ahead and got the full size because it's been my favorite concealer lately out of all of them that I've been using. So this is what the full size looks like compared to the travel size. I would say this really isn't worth getting unless you just are curious about the product and haven't tried it before. This is much better value for your money compared to this one because it really doesn't hold much and it seems to dry out and run out really quick because it doesn't seem to be able to reach into the tube completely. I also picked up the BECCA Shimmering Skin Perfector Liquid in Champagne Pop. This is part of the new Champagne Pop collection that Jaclyn Hill has with BECCA. She'd come out with a highlighter probably about a year ago now, called Champagne Pop, and now they've expanded the collection to include the liquid, the poured. She also came out with a palette and an eyeshadow palette, including all these new products. So this is the one I was really interested in getting. I already own the shades Opal that has the same full-size packaging. It just comes with the little pump. And then I also have the little travel size squeeze tube of Moonstone. And this is what it looks like. I was really excited to get my hands on the liquid because the powder form of Champagne Pop is my favorite highlighter out of all of them from BECCA. And I have this on today. I put it on with a beauty blender and then I put a little bit of Pearl on top of it. I just really like the liquid form, especially for summer because you can mix it in with your foundation and you can put it more all over your face if you really want to. And it's not quite as in your face as a regular highlight. You can see it just kind of gives a sheen to your hand, whereas this is like before and after. I've really been enjoying this. I'm glad I picked it up and it's my favorite of the three liquid Shimmering Skin Perfectors that I have from BECCA. Alright, and to round out this Sephora bit of haul, I've hit VIB Rouge for the year. And this year what they sent for the VIB Rouge members is a NARS blush. And it's this little bitty, it's the same size as I think some of their single eyeshadows are. And it's called Goulue, I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. But this is a VIB only shade, so you can actually buy this in a full size, but only VIB and maybe VIB, I don't know if it's VIB and VIB Rouge or if it's just VIB Rouge can purchase this item. But you get a free one when you hit your VIB Rouge, so I'm not really sure why you would want to buy a full size because this will last you a really long time. So this is what the blush looks like. It has a bit of a sheen. Some of that is just left over from that highlighter. I tried wiping it off, but it did not come off. But it has just a bit of a gold kind of reflect to it. It's very deep and dark for a blush, but you can use it with a light hand and it comes out really pretty. That's what I'm wearing on my cheeks today. It's not too dark if you just use a little bit and if you don't put it all over your cheeks. Alright, and now moving on to Ulta. The first thing I picked up is the FIONA Styles Invisible Finish Loose Setting Powder, and this is what the packaging looks like. Their setting powders come in different shades, and mine is in Whitestone 0102. Each of them has what foundation shade numbers go best with that shade. So I got Whitestone, and it is a much more pale powder. It's about the same color, maybe a little bit lighter than the Laura Mercier. So I bought this just because I didn't want to buy the Laura Mercier. I tried the little one, and I really enjoyed it. but the $38 for the full size just seemed a little high. This one I believe was $23. I'll have the price down below just to make sure it's the correct one. But I thought this was a better deal, and I thought I would try this one out before I decided that I could only wear a $40 powder. My local Ulta just recently got Soap & Glory makeup products, and so they don't have the full range that's available in the UK, but they do have a good bit of the products. And the first thing that I picked up is this One Heck of a Blot face powder. I've seen a lot of the UK girls on YouTube talk about this, and it says a super translucent mattifying powder. And this one I guess is to put in your purse just to kind of keep you matte throughout the day, but I used it just to set my makeup this morning, and I really like it so far. It has a very pretty finish to it. It's not so matte that it makes you look very one-dimensional. It has a bit of a sheen, so it kind of keeps your face looking less flat. I don't know if you can kind of see it on my hand there, but it does have a little bit of a kind of a more natural skin finish to it. I also picked up 2 of the lip products from Soap & Glory. This one is the Sexy Mother Pucker lipstick, and this one is in the shade Super Nude, and it is a matte formula. And it's what I'm wearing on my lips now, but I do have a lip gloss that I'm about to talk about layered on top of it. So this is what it looks like. It's not really a matte, it's more of a satin. You can kind of see it has that kind of reflection to it. But it is a very pretty nude color, and I like it a lot. It's just kind of your basic nude that doesn't wash you out. I also picked up the Pillow Plump XXL lip gloss. This is a plumping lip gloss. Mine is in the shade Koi Toy, and it's what I have on top of the lipstick today. This shade, it's kind of like a peachy pink, and it has a bit of a kind of shimmery reflex to it. They also had a like darker nude lip gloss, but I wanted to get something that was a little bit lighter so it could kind of highlight as well. And this is what the lip gloss looks like. It's a little bit sheer, but it just has that bit of a pinky peach tint, and it has those shimmers in it as well. I will say if you don't like the feeling of a plumping lip gloss, you won't like this one, because especially if you put it all over your lips, this one, it almost feels like when your hand or your leg goes to sleep. It's like a very tingling sensation, but it's a little bit more painful than most plumping lip glosses that I've tried. The last thing I got from Ulta, I've already talked about once on my channel before. This is the LORAC Pro 3 palette. This is new from LORAC. It is a kind of a blush nude kind of palette. It's not as dark or harsh as the first one, and it's also not as colorful as the second, but I have a full review. You can see I've been using it a lot lately. You can see it's just a really pretty nude palette. It kind of leans more on the blush side a little bit, but it has a really nice variety of colors. But yeah, if you want to see swatches and a full review, I'll have that video linked down below and up in the cards. I have been enjoying that palette. I used it for my look today on my eyes, and I've been using it a lot since I got it. For the final item of the haul, I got this MAC Versicolor Stain. This is a very interesting lip product. I thought it would be kind of similar to the new Lancome Juicy Shakers, I believe is what they're called. It's just kind of like a sheer gloss that's a stain, but this one is not quite as hydrating. It actually dries on your lips pretty quickly. It doesn't stain and leave kind of like a glossy feel. It actually does dry down for the most part, but this one is just a very pretty kind of lilac-y pink color. So yeah, that's what the color looks like right here. It's just a really pretty lilac-y pink color, and then after you leave it for a second and then you wipe it away, it does leave a bit of a stain to your lips. I've really been enjoying that color just for kind of spring, summer looks. It's just a little more easy to wear, and it's nice that it leaves a little bit of stain on your lips, and once it goes away, you don't have to worry about reapplying. That is everything that I picked up from Ulta, Sephora, and MAC. I've really been enjoying all these products. I picked all these up about in a month's time, so I've been able to try most of them multiple times and really get a feel for what I think of the products, and I really like all of them. None of them are duds in my book. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful for you. Maybe it gave you some ideas of things you want to pick up soon. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos from me, then don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.